Yeah, my name is Miriam Kinyua, Professor of Plant Breeding and Biotechnology at the School of Agriculture and Biotechnology. A lecturer as well as a researcher. Today I'm trying to exhibit what the Department of Biotechnology has been able to come up with in the way of innovations that respond to the farmers' needs in crop production. So here we have a variety of wheat that has been released at the university, Eldo Mavuno. Eldo Mavuno has been able to overcome a very devastating disease, that is stem rust. Stem rust eats up the plant until this is the kind of seed that you will get if the crop is affected. But Eldo Mavuno doesn't get affected by stem rust. We did it both in the lab using molecular techniques as well as in the field, and that's how we came up with Eldo Mavuno. We didn't stop there. We know potato is the second highest demanded crop after maize, and farmers are facing problems with potato. So we innovated on how to get resistant varieties to bacterial wilt as well as high producing varieties. We've come up with 3 varieties. We are calling them BD, Amani, and Fanaka. Those are the 3 varieties that we have, and the 2 of them are red skinned while Amani is white skinned, and it is good for chips, while the other 2 are good for mukimo and mash. We also went on cassava is a crop that is being promoted by the country, by the government, to meet the food security needs. And we've come up with 3 cassava lines which are resistant to brown streak. And all these 3 crops are very favorable with the farmers. The farmers really like them. Earlier on, we had an innovation of black bean, that is jahe, or call it Dolichos bean, or lablab bean. You see it being called different names. Dolichos has got very high protein, and it also is resistant to the different diseases that legumes get. Now, I would wish to say that innovations is the way to go when it comes to responding to the challenges of crop production, and that is what we are doing. And we are happy that we've been able to find solutions to the challenges that the farmers are getting. And in all these varieties, we are using mutation techniques and molecular techniques, which are the modern methods of crop improvement. Thank you very much. Very good. It is very obvious that if you compare this, you definitely get higher yields. Not only that, for it being resistant to stem rust, it means you do not have to spray fungicides the way you need to spray the parent, Njoro 2. Njoro 2 is the parent of Eldo Mavuno, but we've changed Njoro 2 by using biotechnological techniques and mutation techniques. So farmer won't have to spray, they'll save on inputs, then the yields also are going to be higher, and therefore they will get economic returns. For the potato, bacterial wilt, bacterial wilt doesn't even have fungicides to control. So the fact that they are resistant to bacterial wilt, it means that the farmer will get higher yields, and then they won't lose the quality of the potato when they harvest. For the cassava, brown streak, if you, okay, we don't have one that is cut, but if you look at a brown streaked potato, you can't even eat it. Inside, instead of it being white, it is brown and or gray. You can't even eat it. But now, when we get clean ones, then the farmer will benefit in yield, and the farmer will also benefit in quality. When they take it to the market, it won't be refused. Because the consumers, they break the cassava, they look, if it has bacterial wilt, they don't take. No, sorry, not bacterial wilt, a brown streak, cassava brown streak. And dolichos, you can see we've always thought that, that's why it is even called black bean. We've always thought that it can only be black. Now we've come up with varieties that are cream and varieties that are brown, which means now usability is different. You can be able to make stews with it. It doesn't have to be just boiled and mashed. So just that kind of innovation to give the varieties different presentations, different values, and also the food, the yield, so that we can be able to meet the food security needs. Okay. Yeah, thanks. For cassava, we'd rather you take them to the drier areas and less rainfall and the hotter areas, because those are the ones which do not have a good crop that they can be grown. Why go and compete with maize and wheat and potato in the normal conventional areas? Go to the dry areas. Anywhere in the country where it's dry, we have tried them in different areas in the country, and they are doing very well in the drier areas, and also in a little hot areas like Baringo, Marigat, Western, Solai in Nakuru, yeah, such areas. For the potato, high potential areas where there is enough rainfall and the temperatures are cool. If it's too hot, then the potato is uncomfortable. For wheat, medium rainfall areas and a little lower, low rainfall, lower altitude, they'll grow very well.
Last question for somebody who is very green in farming. What is the maturity period for the cassava?
By the way, most farmers are not very green. They already know what they need. They already know the kind of rainfall pattern that they have. So like when you tell them this one, high rainfall, long season, like that is for BD and Fanaka. Those ones are long season because they grow longer. Amani, short season because it matures much faster. Yeah, so for cassava, we've already said it's dry areas and therefore very short season. But by the time the short season is over, the roots are already forming. Yeah, for wheat, this one is medium rainfall areas. Medium season. It's not long season, it's not very short season. Yeah. Asanteni.